my body is literally like on a physical level, like changing in chemistry, in composition, in feeling, instead of having like the tightness, the heat, the anxiety, I just started loosening up and feeling free.
Legend, baby,
You're a
legend.
legend, bro. Like honestly, man, I was just like in awe over like how quickly this happened.
Right?
Like I'm just like, whoa, this worked. Like that ritual thing, like I was just like, well, like I thought it was just like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, you know. And then I came out, I was like, whoa, like I'm literally changed. Like legit. It's so good. It's so good.
Why was that shocking?
Because you try so many different things.
Yeah.
You do therapy. I did therapy for 2 years. I was spending $1,000 a month. That's it, and I went to all the courses. Spent 10 grand to go see Joe Dispenza, you know, and even that was good, but it also didn't heal me, like it was good. It helped me understand like how to do meditation. It helped me understand the pineal gland. Like when we dropped into our first meditation, it was like nothing, because of the truth is like I had already done some of that stuff. I would actually recommend maybe like having a pre-course of something like that, or even recommending Joe Dispenza. His work is great. I still do it, but but but
But it didn't heal you.
what's that?
But you said it didn't heal you.
It didn't heal me. No, so that's why I was a surprise, because if I spent tens of thousands of dollars, over $10,000 for sure, on making myself a better person and trying to get past these like little things where, whether it's sex or whether it's, just anxiety about being good enough, those type of things, fear, like, I was doing all of that stuff, like trying to suppress that or trying to find a way to heal that. And, all the things I was doing, literally, I would go every single week. I was going to therapy. It was not like a once a month thing. I was like, I'm gonna go all in, and I was just not getting healed. In fact, the very end, the reason I went to Joe Dispenza was because of at like the very end of like, and by the way, Julie, she was fantastic. She helped me understand like what was happening. She just didn't know how to heal it. That's all.
Mm-hmm,
And so because I, at the very end, I was like, how do I heal this? And she's like, well, meditation's good. And so I was like, okay. That's literally what she said. I was like, meditation, okay, well.
And this is your therapist. This is your top therapist. Yeah.
My top therapist. She was great. And yeah, she was, but yeah.
Well, I hear meditation's good. Gotcha. So that sent you on the trajectory. And so then you ended up here, and you're saying it worked. And where are you now?
I mean, now I feel like, the truth is, I feel like completely free from shackles of fear, of pain, of kind of doing things that aren't serving me. Now I'm free from that. So like, now I could happily spend a weekend doing this type of work, and like getting so much more out of it. And then not only that, like the beautiful thing is like when I did that ritual, or when I did that the 3-day fast, like I connected with the person that I want to be with. I had never felt what it would feel like to be with the person that I truly want to be with. Like I create that you set certain criteria, or what, not criteria, but like you have a vision of what you want in the future, whether it's a job or whatever, whether it's a career, or whether it's like what there was like where you want to live, or what type of car you drive. Like you could set that vision for those type of things. I never once thought about doing that for a love life, and so by going out there, I was like, whoa, I'm by myself, okay. And then this is all centered around like my relationship with another female, and I was just like, whoa, I did a meditation, and I was like, whoa, what do I want? And all of a sudden I felt it. I got tied in with it, like now I feel it right now. I could feel it right now. Like that girl on the train, boom. Yeah, and I know exactly how I feel. I feel light, I feel free, I feel happy, I feel lighthearted, I feel safe. And now whenever I go and I get in a relationship with somebody, if I'm not feeling those things, I'm not going to hang around like I used to. And now I just know what I want. It's more, it has nothing to do with how she looks, or it's just all how the feeling is, you know, and how I want this, like how I want a relationship. It's like having a set of I don't know the word. I'm missing the words, but uh like uh like expectation is not the right word, but but anyways, at the end of the day, I never
Values?
thought about that. What's that?
Values?
Values. That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. And so now, like, it's the first time I've ever kind of thought through that. And now I have it. And it's like, I'm like locked in, you know, like I'm not like texting these women who I know are not part of that value in the same values or whatever, or just and aren't aligned there. And so I'm not like texting them though, just because of like, you know, I feel alone, or I feel like I need a little validation, you know? And so like honestly, like these last 2 weeks have been some of the most, uh, what do you call it? Like productive weeks of my life, because of I'm not messing around, like getting distracted by my own weaknesses, quite frankly. What were my weaknesses, you know?
Woo!
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
My brother, you did it. Healed.
I feel so healed, and I feel healed. It's not like, oh, I'm not doing those things, so I must be healed. I like feel healed, you know? I feel like whole and complete, you know? Like I just it's unbelievable, to be honest.
And
Like this.
and now you're creating something new from that place.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
So what you're going to manifest, not only were you successful in the monetary system, but now you're going to be birthing something that is pure, of a pure consciousness that's coming from this place of healed. And
Yes.
who knows, what does that feel like to even just be working on that iteration now? Is it different?
Oh my God. It feels like first of all, it doesn't feel like work. It just doesn't feel like work. Like it just feels exciting, you know? It's like uh now it's just like it's true. Like I feel the same way. Like the stuff that we're talking about now, what I want that for everybody, just as the same way I want that my kids to feel that, you know? And like that's literally like, if I had one wish, a lot of this stuff I started actually doing for my kids. And if it was one wish, it would be that my kids have this, you know, and are able to live like a fulfilled life, to where this point right here, not all the hard stuff, like I'm sure they got to go through the hard stuff, but they don't got to get it as hard as, they don't need to be living in an RV, you know? And so like, so like if they could somehow get this, then I would be a happy person. But anyways, my point is that like, it's not work. Like to me, putting this together for them to experience it is not work. It's exciting. Like a lot, I don't know if you know, but like my posts on Instagram, a lot of it is just messages that I want my kids to read, so they know that like, yeah, dude, like, okay, dad had a little tough time, but then he found himself here. And like, so there's going to be highs and lows, but you got to have this you got to have a positive outlook and all this other stuff. Like those things are for that. I've just stopped posting for like any other reason. And so like when I'm posting now, it's like messages to them. But anyways, it's not work whenever you're doing that type of stuff, it's like inspiration. It's more inspiration. And that's really the biggest change. Like doing this stuff, like, it didn't feel like work. I was like, man, this is cool,
You're
and like,
inspired from a
yeah.
different place.
And I wrote like 5 or 6 different things, and each one was just felt, it was inspired. It wasn't even work. It was like, I was happily doing it.
Beautiful. So
But
what would you say to somebody who wants to join, or is interested, or skeptical even?
well, it's okay to be skeptical, but I would just jump in, like literally just jump in. Like the truth is, like, I feel like I got so much out of this because if I just let go of all disbelief, and I was just like, you know what, like, I've tried so many different things that haven't worked, but for something led me to you. Something led me to Alex and Shayun, and at that point, I was just like, okay. I mean, you saw it. I was just like, okay, I'm in. Like it was like one call. I was like, you know what? Something led me to this. And so I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to eliminate all the disbelief that I had before, and it still might be in the back of my mind somewhere, but I'm just going to kind of go all in. I've tried other things that haven't worked. There's nothing that I have to lose by going all in on this. And thank goodness I did that, because I don't think I would have got the same out of it if I kept doubting every step of the way. So I just let go. And honestly, once you get past that the first session, definitely the second session, you just become a believer. My body is literally like on a physical level, like changing in chemistry, in composition, in feeling, instead of having like the tightness, the heat, the anxiety, I just started loosening up and feeling free, And by the second one, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. By the third one, it was just, I was all 100% in at that point, and new things were coming up. And then obviously, I did the fast, and I was just like,
you healed yourself in 4 weeks, baby.
4 weeks, man. I wish I found you years ago,
That's what I'm saying. Healing does not have to be a lifelong journey if we don't want it to be. We just need a little support. We need the right tools. And then, like you said, I think the number one alchemic component is belief. Like you were all in from the second. And because of that, not only were you one of the greatest joys to work with, you experienced the whole fullness of everything because of that. And so I commend you for that. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you. And thank you. Thank you for
awesome.
that. And thank you for that testimony, because I couldn't have said it better, honestly.
Dude, if you just want to use that, use that. And if you're on the fence, honestly, if whoever's out there listening, you're going to come out the other side just a completely different person in such the best way.